Hi guys, welcome back to this video, and today I'm going to be talking to you in a transatlantic accent. Indeed, yes, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to talk in a transatlantic accent, and this will be a truly amazing video. So, without further ado, first of all, we got to figure out what the transatlantic accent is. So, we need to go back in time to maybe 1920s-ish America. You're a posh American person living in the 1920s, the best house ever. Let's say, or you can be like a commentator. If you listen to those old commentators speak, they go, "Oh my God, he's won that entire thing, 30-0 and touchdown!" How amazing could that ever be? Now I'll be teaching you how to sort of do that. Sorry if that just blew the microphone there. Yeah. So now, first of all, we need to figure out how the transatlantic accent works and why. Or how it's an accent. Sorry, my hair's just sticking up there. It's very disgusting on camera. And we've got to figure out how or what the accent is. So, we got to think, what would it sound like? Now, here's like a base rule. The transatlantic accent, they don't really say the R. Like, let's say car. We normally say car in New Zealand. We just go car. Oh my God, look, there's a beautiful red car. Oh look, it's a blue car over there. No, the transatlantic accent would go car. Hear that? Car compared to car. They're not saying the R. They're saying car. Car. A little bit of car. And for party, we'll go,
"Oh yeah, let's go party. No. Okay, that's probably gonna be everywhere.
It would be party. You guys would have heard it in shows where they go, "Let's go party." Something like that. Oh, I'm getting a call. Let's see what this could be.
Bro, help. I just crashed out so hard on the video game, and now my window is broken and my parents are yelling at me.
Right, that was awkward. Anyway, now as I was saying before, car. They would go with car, party, dinner. So, drive your car down to the dinner party. Got it? Now, you speak sort of accenty. So, you want to sound posh, almost posh. Like James Bond, like Bond, James Bond, something like that. You go, drive your car down to the dinner party, and to really sound like that commentator, you want to talk out of your nose. So you want to sort of, I'm not actually talking out of your nose. So what's the sound? Imagine that you're on radio, like with an old carbon fiber microphone. Friendship with Drew. And Will. We're like, car! Take your car down to the dinner party. Indeed. Take it all. Take your whole family. Now, that would be a way to do it. Right, now, another thing is, when you're doing that, have your, hands like that over your ears. So, you can see the back of the head shot, real. You can see how my hands are like this, but reversed. Now, that will help you hear from around the whole room sound. Now, if you're just talking like this, I'm going to be taking down my mic just for a little bit. Sorry, my headset. If you talk like this normally, you hold your hand like that, and you'll kind of hear what you sound like normally. So, right now, in my head, I sound like I'm talking in sort of like a monotone voice-ish, but when I cover it here, it doesn't really sound that monotone. In fact, it has so many different tones onto it. Again, still doing the ear thing, as you can see there. Now, if I wanted to talk in the transatlantic accent, I would go, "Ah, yes, bring your car down to the party." Now, you would, well, you think, that doesn't sound like an old 1920s commentator. Ear trick. So you go, "Ah, yes, we're going to take our car down to the party." Now, when I did that, it sort of did sound like it. Like a 1920 commentator. But, like, from what I can hear inside of my brain on what I'm saying, well, it doesn't really sound like that. It seems like I've got, like, a stuffy nose or something. Yeah, but when I cover it like this, and you really, like, talk a little bit louder, and you just cover your ears like that, and you just talk, and then you can, like, you really can see it. It works in, like, an empty room like I am in right now. Well, it's not truly empty. Like, your average living room with nobody inside of it. So you can just practice talking to yourself like this. And you would hear the difference from talking like this, and you cover your ears like that, to talking like this, and when you cover your ears like that. Now, that's a way that you can speak in a 1920s transatlantic accent. Now, I hope you guys found this video very interesting and very easy to learn. Now, let me try, like, speaking a simple sentence. Let's say, what's a nice simple sentence? I walked down to the grocery store to pick up a piece of butter. It's like that. Sounds simple enough. I walked down to the grocery store to pick up a piece of butter. You hear that? That's like the most average me talking. Now let's do it in a transatlantic accent. I walked down to the grocery store to pick up a piece of butter. Do you know how that sounds different? Yes. But yeah, it does sound slightly different, obviously, because, like, I'm saying in a transatlantic accent, it's like saying in a British accent, obviously. Like, you speak in a British accent, you want to sound like as British as possible, or you speak in, like, a old pug voice accent. You know, you want to mess with me, eh? Or you want to speak a little Australian, eh? Yeah, and how I speak in New Zealand accent. I don't think I have an accent. And like you speak like a cowboy. That's not a cowboy. You speak like, I can't do a cowboy accent. That's funny. And you speak a little bit like a Russian accent, you know. You really got to get that Russian. And you speak like a little bit of it. Now I would do other accents, but that would sound very racist coming from me. Like, if you speak like that. My bad, I butchered that. I'm enough with all the other dilly-dallying. So, like, when you speak in a different accent, you can sort of tell that it's being forced onto you. And it doesn't seem normal to speak, so to say. Now, let's say that I might be at a party. Or should I say party? So, I'm at a party right now. Sitting alone. And having a little beer to myself. And this person, let's say this person is from Scotland, who's a very thick Scottish accent, comes and sits next to me. You would notice right away that he has a very thick Scottish accent. And the person opposite the Scottish person will notice that you have a Kiwi accent, or whatever accent you have. Or if you're both Scottish and you both have very thick accents. So that's kind of how it would sound like. Now, let's just imagine that you're sitting into a bar, creating a cup of beer, all by yourself. And I come walking up to you in a transatlantic accent, speaking like I'm from the 1920s and the stock market crash just happened, and everything's all gone downhill. Now you'll be wondering, yes, indeed, wow, this person sounds very different. Hi, I don't know what you said. And then I'd be like, oh yes, and then the yada yada yada. And when you come down you want to drive my car down to the party or something like that. We're gonna have dinner at the pub. Yeah, it's sort of like that. You kind of won't understand what you're saying, but after like I've broken it down a bit, you sort of understand a bit. Like, you know what I'm saying, ish. Yeah. Now remember these simple steps. So you instead of saying car, like anything with the R at the end, like butter, you say butter. Car. Car. What's another simple word that would sound like party? Happy. You would say like happy. Like normally you'd say happy. Transatlantic, you would say happy. Like happy. Happy. Are you happy? Something like that. There's still some people who speak in a transatlantic accent, but I don't know who they are, and they probably don't know who I am. Or they're just completely weird, or they're just straight up weirdos. Or it can be like you and me, learning how to speak step by step. Now, I watched a tutorial like a couple years ago on how to speak on a transatlantic accent when I was just, what's it called? Just browsing around. I wanted to learn how other countries' accents would sound, honestly. And then I stumbled across something called a transatlantic accent. And this is where I'm getting the car and the party from. And yeah, so I don't know what that video is, but that's a good video. And it will show you how to do the proper transatlantic accent. So yeah, I hope you guys found this video really helpful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Or should I say, I hope you guys found this video very helpful, and I'll catch you guys in the very next one. Oh, yes, indeed. Bye for now. Remember, stay tuned.